What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and I just hit first on the ladder. Let's fucking go. 1582, 3 points ahead of Band by 10. Let's fucking go. And this will be a replay of the match I just played against, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, I just played him. Isn't that bad? See, we got a little bit of lag here, obviously. I switched to Google Chrome, which I should have did this a long time ago, and it's still lagging. We got Florida Man saying Axe Raider goes hard. Okay. Let's see what happened. Let's see how many W's I got. You already know it's only W's on this side. And yeah, spare. So me versus spare. I did not spare him. I've won 4. I lost to this guy right here because he played Panda Burn earlier. I remember that. But other than that, though, looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. Double wins. Easy to slay you and spare. So we will go to the rematch. The replay of me versus spare. So let's see what happens. He was a little bit salty, but it's fine, though. He didn't even tell me GG after I beat him. How sad. So I throw paper. He throws paper. I throw scissors. He throws scissors. I throw scissors and he throws paper, so I get to go first. Love to see it. Get to go first. So I open Knock, Jar Greed, Graceful, Solemn Judgment Breaker, and the last card is Thunder Dragon. So really nice. He's on Go Control, so he's got Graceful, Chaos Sword, Torrential, Scapegoat, and Metamorphosis. So I discard the Thunder Dragon and I fire the Graceful. I draw Jar Greed, Faith, and Wing Blast. So I discard both Thunder Dragons. So I decide to set Faith, set Jar Greed, set Jar Greed, set Knock, set Solemn, and set Wing Blast. Set 5 and pass and say good luck. He draws into Deco. So let's see what he's going to do. He is going to set Meta, set Scapegoat, set Torrential, and set Graceful. He sets his entire hand as well. I in-phase Jar Greed, and I do not use the other Jar Greed because I don't want to get dust shooted. So I decide to go to standby main. I decide to set Mirror Force right away, playing around dust shoot. I flip Faith. He says okay. So I get Graceful Charity. I fire Knock right away. Should have summoned Breaker first here because he does have Torrential, so that kind of sucks. But it is what it is. I got so much advantage on him that it doesn't even really matter at all. Like, sure, Torrential my Breaker, awesome. So then I run out Breaker. Definitely misplay there. Should have summoned the Breaker first because he wouldn't have been able to Torrential me. But it's fine. So then he Torrentials me. Okay, that's cool. And I decide to Jar Greed again. Fire Jar Greed. I draw onto Torrential. Then I fire Graceful Charity. He says okay. I draw Upstart, Duo, and Faith. I discard Upstart and Torrential. And I fire the Delinquent Duo. And I get rid of his sword. And I accidentally set a monster. And this is when he gets salty and shows me Breaker. I smoke a lot of weed. It was an accident. I didn't even remember me summoning Breaker there at all. So, okay, I get to put that back. He draws into a Thunder Dragon, which is pretty dead at the moment. He gets 2 Thunder Dragons. And then he tries to fire Graceful Charity. And I just say, fuck it, Solemn. I just Solemn that shit. And he passes. I draw into Chaos Sword, so I could drop this sword right here. But I decide to just set Faith and pass. He in-phase Scapegoats me. I'm like, okay, sure. People still play Scapegoat, I guess. I guess it's Go Control, so you might as well. He draws into a Magician of Faith. He tries the Metamorphosis. I say, okay, that's good. And on the summon, I Wing Blast, and I discard my Deco, and I put his Thousand Eyes back. He sets Faith and passes. I draw onto Ring, so I decide to flip Faith and just go for the Knock instead of the Graceful. And it was a really good knock there because it was Faith, so that was clutch. And now I decide to just drop the sword, and I figure I gotta get rid of these tokens, so I hit 2 of them. I set Ring and pass. He draws into Sinister. So he runs Sinister out and crashes the Faith with the Sinister. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Good shit. I draw into BLS, and that is the game. because I have ring set. So I just dropped the BLS on him. I hit him for the 5300, putting him down to 27. And I show him ring, and that's all she wrote for game 1. This is going to be a fast replay. So game 2 lasted a little bit longer, so he gets to go first. So he opens Knock, Snatch Steal, Decode, Dust Shoot, Torrential, and Scapegoat. So he decides to set Deco and set Dust Shoot and just pass. He Dust Shoots me. I've got Tribe, Mind Control, Breaker, Thunder Dragon, Deco, and Night Assailant. So he decides to pick Thunder Dragon. Okay, that goes back, and I shuffle. I fire the Mind Control, hoping that it's something good, which it is. It's a Deco, so I get to flip it and draw. I draw into another Deco. I set my Deco, and I just pass. He draws into Mirror Force, okay. And he decides to knock. I say, okay, you're going to have to banish your other 2. I'm only on 2 in this deck, so I got 1 in my hand. He hits me for the 1400. I take it. And he knows I have, so he sets a Scapegoat face down. I'm pretty sure this is a chainable, so let's see what I decide to do. I draw into Kaiku for turn. I set the Deco and just pass. He draws into Sinister Serpent. Okay. He goes into battle and attacks. It is a Deco, so I get to draw. I draw into Upstart, which is pretty nice. Thins my deck a little bit, get to draw a card. And for turn, I draw Jar of Greed, so another deck thinning card. So I decide to fire Upstart and draw. I draw Delinquent Duo, which is pretty nice. So if I just fire the Duo on him here, might as well. See no reason not to. And I pick his Torrential Tribute, which is a really good pick. And I know this is a chainable, so I just run Kaiku out. And I get to banish his Sinister, which is really nice when you're playing against a, when you're playing against a, Go Control deck. Banishing the Sinister is clutch. I set Jar of Greed and just pass. He draws into a Tribe, so he fires Snatch Steal, takes my Kaiku, hits me for 1800, and he gets to banish my shit, which I don't think I have anything, or do I have a Deco? Yeah. He sets Mirror Force and passes. I draw into Thunder Dragon, which is okay. So I discard the Thunder Dragon, and I grab myself 2 more. And he says okay. I Jar of Greed. And I draw into Snatch Steal, so that's really nice. And I decide just to run Breaker out, and I break my Snatch Steal. And I hit him for both. This is a terrible Mirror Force, in my opinion, because you have Tribe. So it's like, why would you waste your Mirror Force there when next turn you could just summon Tribe and blow them all up? Like, I guess. So he draws in a Magician of Faith, sets it, and passes. I draw Card Destruction, so I decide to just summon Tribe and hit. He gets Knockback, which is crazy, instead of getting Snatch Steal. So this guy is just misplaying like crazy. He could have got Snatch Steal back, but I guess he didn't want it. I set Snatch Steal, and I decide just to Card Destruction him, because I think this is BLS. But it was Tribe, so okay, that sucks. He draws Meta and Chaos Sork. I draw Book of Moon, Knock, and Sengen. I set the Book of Moon and just pass. He in phase uses Scapegoat, so now I know he has Metamorphosis, which is fine. And then he draws into Mind Control. He fires the Metamorphosis, and he gets the Thousand Eyes Restrict out, and I just Book of Moon it and say, get that shit out of here, put it face down. And he has the Dark and Light, but he does not want to drop the Chaos Sork now. Why? I have no idea. And he just passes. Maybe he's waiting for my BLS or something. I top deck Pot of Greed, which is nice. I draw BLS and MST. So I'm just going to go for it. I discard the Knock. And I summon Sengen. And I attack his Tribe. And I hit him for the 1600 and pass. He draws into Breaker, so I did not drop BLS here. I saved the BLS, which is a pretty good save. He summons the Breaker, and he pops my Snatch Steal, which sucks, and he crashes the Tribe. Okay. Then he banishes the Dark, banishes the Light, and drops the Chaos Sork on me. and banishes my Sangan. Okay, which is fine. And he decides to just pass. I draw on a Night Assailant. This is another misplay. I probably shouldn't have set this Night Assailant because there was really nothing left in his deck that could do anything. So I just banish a dark, banish a light. I drop the BLS, and I hit both of them. I attack and attack. And I decide to set Night Assailant and pass. He draws into a Chaos Sork, which is pretty dead. And he decides to gamble and go for the face down. It was a pretty good target, I guess. He got rid of the BLS, but I mean, it could have been Sinister and he could have just been fucked there. But he gambled. It paid off for him right there. I draw into Ring of Destruction. I hit him for the 200, putting him down to 31. I set Ring and pass. He draws into BLS, so he has no Dark and Light at the moment. He's looking for a Dark and Light. And he just has to pass. I draw into Wang Blast. I hit him again, so now at this point, I want to get him down under 3k. So if he does find a way to drop BLS on me, I could just ring and win. Which is what happens here, because he discards Thunder Dragon, and he decides to just tell me that the other card is Chaos Sork here, by discarding the other one right away. So then, instead of dropping the Chaos Sork first, and just saving the BLS, he goes for the BLS, like, I know this guy ain't got shit face down. There's no way. So, this was a terrible play as well, because if you just go for Sork first, you could literally just bait out my ring, and then have your BLS still. But hey, what do I know? I don't know shit. All I know is that I am first place on the ladder, and I'm doing really good. I'm better than everybody on the Go format ladder right now, so doing pretty well. Not trying to sound cocky or anything, but obviously, when I got two back rows here, I know you want to win and shit, but it's like, you should obviously just drop your Chaos Sword first. See if I have a response, see if I soul him or anything. Then you want to save it, hit me for a turn. I mean, even just banish the Night Assailant and just wait. Or just, you could attack into it, that's fine. And then main phase 2, if you wanted to, you could drop BLS, but you don't even have to do that at all. So dropping the BLS there was definitely a misplay, because I had Ring of Destruction, and that is the game. But that's just the way it is, everybody. Hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. Peace out. Bye.